டேய் இந்த ஸ்டேஜ்ல மாசான டைம்ல ஏஎஃப்கே போயிட்டாடா. நான் உட்காந்து பி ஓடிட்டு இருந்தேன்.
Yeah, so we are first of all, I would like to ask what is the particular data like everyone can just just vote it for, like is it 850 $800 million or something like that for like Dryfruits in 2024 according to 2024 research, or like what it is, so just I can get to know if my data is correct or not. Like for others, what it was? Like was it 1.7 trillion by 2028 or something kind of that? Because in some report it was telling 11.1 CAGR. In some other reports it was telling upon 6.5 and all.
I, what I founded was around 1.7 lakh crore, which was around 2028. And with that as a reference, as they have given 11% CAGR, so I calculated it for 2025 and 26. So it will be coming around 1.24 lakh crore for 2025. This is the total for dry fruits and nuts. I've shared the
Yeah, there are
resource.
yeah, sure. But yeah, there are two other websites. Like first is Customer Market Insights, and secondly is iMark, and other is CMIT. Basically, these three insights had similar data, like 6 to 6.5 CAGR, and along with it, they had calculated around 830 million USD for 2024 and predicted around 1.5 1,500 million for 2033. So yeah, only one website that is only referring to Texas Global Alliance, which had different data of 1.7 trillion by 2028. So yeah, this is the main thing we can come across about market size and all. But I think that total addressable market in India is around 830 USD only for currently, and it was for 2024. So by 2026, it might be around $950 million. So we will also discuss upon it, like what to take in our PPT and all. So talking about the market insights or the resources that I went through. First of all, the common websites which you all had sent across in our like group and all. Apart from that, I did went to a few of them, but they were not as fruitful because see, first of all, we need to accept this point that there is a limited resource or limited content for dry fruits, which I felt on the internet. And secondly, on if you go on YouTube, we have only two or three YouTube videos which we can see. First is which Sovic sent to us about nitty-gritty. Secondly, we have of this family, like how does he operate? A short kind of documentary of 16 minutes or 17 minutes, which we should all go through. So this is what we can learn about its business right now. And yeah, important insights can be like the main customer segment which we can look up to is 33% in northern part of India, and still now the main, I think the problem which we should work upon is the distribution channel right now, because see, it is 60,000 crore of market cap, which is under this non-organized sector, unorganized sector. Basically, organized sector is somewhat takes up around 15,000 cr of the total market revenue, right? And that 15,000 cr is somewhat preoccupied from this non-conventional this non-organized channel. So we should first the main problem or the main point we should consider while starting up this business is, first we need to have some grassroots level contact with these channels. Right. So this is the main point we should discuss upon in our meet. As of now, I'm just superficially talking about them because there is a lot to tell. Like I've written all the data in my notebooks and all. So yeah. And talking about the product which I think we should work upon should be kind of sports mix or a gym bar or something kind of that. So yeah, see, the main pain point which I came across was key, if people are consuming dry fruits, they in India we still have that particular mentality ki raat ko bhigo do kal subah kha lena. Apart from this, if we like compare it with the European culture or somewhat the hub of this particular market that is in California, people take it as a snack. If you go in coffee shops also or somewhat like a snack shop also, you'll find a bar or like somewhat kind of dibba or something which in which people can hand it it's a handy item for them basically, right? And still in India we consider it as a it's a rich kind of substituent for our samosa and all. See, So this problem we need to solve firstly, and secondly, we need to keep this item to be very handy. Like मैं कहीं बाहर जा रहा हूँ, if people are going to their jobs or office or somewhat kind of they want to pursue a gym after half an hour or so, we can like make a product for this, right? And secondly, apart from sports mix, gym bar, this is already in the market, right? In this particular sector, in this particular like product type, family has done pretty well. And yeah, Nutty Gritties. Like this was this company, right? Nutty Gritties. Yeah, this has done pretty well in this. So yeah, apart from this, what I thought was a sugar-free laddus, which we can. This is a unique like product which I think is not still in the market. See, my mom usually gives me in this winter season, no, dry fruits kind of laddu, which is very, very heavy. It's small in size but very heavy because it has mix of everything. You can't even imagine like pista, like whatever you want, it's in it, right? So yeah, it's pretty non-describable up to, until now. So this was the main product. I think we can mention in our like PPT and all. So yeah, this is a pretty like good level of insight which I thought I should give you. And apart from it, I've written many such things. So until we proceed, I can just add it up there.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So, Jiansh, I think I will first come to the first point which you were saying. Did you read the message where I said the $2.24 billion was for dried fruits and the data of Anirudh was for dry fruits? Both are actually very different.
But yeah, I read that message obviously, but still I couldn't know get it what you were saying. So I thought, yeah, I would discuss it on it only. So that's why I
Okay,
reserved it.
yeah, I will tell you. So dry fruits are like almonds, walnuts, cashews, uh, fig. Yeah, like that. Fig won't come. Yeah, fig won't come. Pista is a dry fruits. Dried fruits are, let's say, prunes, fig, then apricots, berries, dried strawberry, pomelo, like that. So the data of $2.24 billion of dried fruits seems correct at even 7 CAGR, 6 to 7 CAGR. That is fine. And the data which Anirudh gave of $15 billion for dry fruits at 11% CAGR, that is also correct. So if you actually combine both of them, the market for dry fruits and dried fruits comes at 17.5 to $18 billion, like that. And I just have a doubt. Giansh, the 60,000 crore you said, was that the total market of spices or only of unorganized sector in spices?
It was only of unorganized sector in dry fruits. I took this from a website. I couldn't mention it right now. And also I got it from that one our podcast of like Nitty CEO. So this is where I'm quoting from. And also, yeah, apart from this laddus, I like forgot to mention about a product also. In a minute, I'll tell. So basically, family has a unique product of this. Like we have a chickpea, right? A plain sort of a sweet kind of a protein bar, basically of dates. So they aren't using sugars, actually artificial sugars. They are using dates instead, and they are packaging themselves as like pure, healthy, no sugars, no added sugars with a lot of proteins and all. And there is basically nothing, just 2-3% of dates in it, right? So we can actually have it in our portfolio segment also. Instead of dates, you put raisins also, because raisins is the main no, the dry fruit which people are consuming. Yeah, and sugar also. So this is what we can add.
Hmm. So I also had an idea that if you say at evening near 4 to 5 o'clock, like most people do lunch at 1 o'clock and they will do dinner at 8 o'clock. So there's 7, like 6 to 8 hours of that. So if you take the middle, let's say 4 hours after lunch, that is near the 5 o'clock, near 5 o'clock, a lot of people will get this evening hunger. So, during that time, what people will usually do is they will eat some, let's say, samosa or vada pav or kachori if they are in, if they don't have other facilities available. Or people like me, they will go to some vending station and take some chai, biscuit, tea of some, junk food. There will be some other people health conscious who will take things like yogurt or juice, something like that. And in this, we can also pitch our product to corporates that your people get some hunger at this much time, and you can use our, let's say, 30 40 rupees dry fruit pack instead of the junk food, which will give energy to your employees too. That also, I think, is a product type which we can explore. Um, I will just type that. Yes, Jiansh?
I would also like to add key in this particular product type now, all of basically one thing which we need to keep in mind is all about packaging also. Because see, we don't have any unique product or something. So what people are doing in this particular segment is they are dividing their product into different segments. Like they are like preparing to launch a basically product for a student, for example. They'll put up a more content of walnut, you can say, and after you can package it like we have rich omega 3 content, and this is what you need for the time right now. So all is dependent upon the packaging only, and the amount is same. Thus, we need to actually change our wordings upon this. So yeah, this is the main thing we need to consider.
Yes, coming to that, a nice research, Jiansh. Actually, if you see in dry fruits or in any kind of business, like food business, in a competitive food business, there are mainly two ways by which you can excel. The business can be anything like achar, papad, dry fruits, chocolates, protein, anything. One way is either you have a like very innovative product, or the second way is have amazing new packaging. So in dry fruits, like most of the companies, what they do is they will have a mix of both. They will have amazing packaging, which will be appealing to Gen Zs, and second thing is they will do a slight modification or a innovation in existing product. So those are the two key things at which everyone should play by, and everyone also plays. So depending on the target segment, we have to tune our packaging, as Jian said. That's an important point which we should think of. But packaging we can do, Jiansh. Once we have all the things ready, we can do the packaging thing in like less than a week. We can even get samples of plastic packaging or whatever type we want. It doesn't take more than few days. So that we can think later. Obviously, if we have some particular ideas for packaging, we can implement that. There was one video I was saying was uh, there was a company. Yeah, it was a bread company. So it was making premium protein breads. And normally bread comes in a plastic polythene kind of bag. People will use it and throw it the next day. And this company wanted to do high level of marketing because yeah, it's needed in FMCG. So what it did was it made a tin can for the breads. So whenever a person would order bread, he would get the tin can, which would cost let's like 30 rupees only. And a person usually doesn't throw tin cans. He may put some, let's say, peanuts or groundnuts in, or even sugar, anything in that. And in Indian households, we store that can for a long time. So that's like every day he will see the brand, and it's like a free marketing for the company. So I think even Farmly tried to do something like that. They have a product called as Dates Bite, and I think it's a circular tin can. And we can implement the same for different dry fruits because it's a high value item. Oh, let's say if the cashews are at 1000 rupees a kg, we can easily spend, let's say, 25 rupees on the tin can, and that will give a much higher level of marketing return on investment. So yeah, uh, Gian, should you want to share something else, or we'll move to other people?
Yeah, one point actually. Yeah. Firstly, what I got to know from a YouTube video was the dates. We should actually make product related to dates little less in starting because it takes like refrigerating dates are pretty much hard as compared to other like nuts and all. So yeah, because typically if someone asks, we can say like for the reason behind this is ki it takes up around 2-3 degrees to monitor dates for and it for a particular RH value and other cashew nuts, almonds, and all raisins can be stored up to 60 days without any problems and all. So dates takes up pretty much higher cost for refrigerating. And another insight is like we can see a 40% customer retention rate if we talk about different if we go through different like different companies in this market segment like nutty gritties have around 55 to 50% of customer retention rate. If we talk about family it is 45% or something. This is all uh, non-quotable data reference, but still can we can get it from YouTube videos and all. So yeah.
Yeah, coming to the dates part, you are right. Like we need to have like specific types of refrigerators called as vesicular, not vesicular. Sorry, not vesicular. That's for beverages. For dry fruits, we have this thing called deep freezer, which can have temperatures like from 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. That is the optimum one for dates. If you see see there are multiple variants of dates. If you see there are like the cheapest dates like 80 rupees kg of Oman, or let's say the 250 350 rupees kg of UAE. These cheap variants, they don't require that much refrigeration. You can actually even keep them at environment temperature for few weeks. But for the expensive dates which come from Israel or Jordan, which are like 2 3,000 rupees per kg, you need special refrigerators for that, which can cost up to 1 lakh rupees for let's say 1,000 liter storage capacity. But that is manageable, Giansh. That will be a part of business expense. Like similar is a rent, similar is a warehouse cost. Similar to that will be this electricity for the refrigerator cost. That we can manage. We'll look into it though. Good point. And yeah. Anyone has any opinions regarding what points we discussed as of now?
But yeah, as like Jiansh said about sugar-free laddu, there is one another kind of laddu which is made near uh, my hometown, I would say, my maternal grandparents' area. So it's a laddu made up of fenugreek
Hmm.
seeds. So it is actually bitter in taste, and it is made somewhat sweet with the help of jaggery, and it has lots and lots of dry fruits and all. It is mainly eaten during the winter
Winter.
season, and it is very helpful for pregnancy for ladies during the pregnancy. So we can also take it as a product. It's an because there is no there is no such brand which is producing it as a uh, what is it?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Okay.
My mother would also give me fenugreek seed laddus, and I hated them. I don't like them. But it's a nice
Achha.
point. Uh, Many of the parents whose children are working in, let's say, not working, they are sent away at the age of 18, 19 for college purpose. Parents would like to give those laddus to them. So yeah, and even I'm seeing that many of my friends are starting to buy these things rather than some fancy ginger stuff. So this is also gaining popularity. We can look
And
into
there
it.
is no such brand who is manufacturing it on large scale. So it has a market space.
Hmm.
Yeah. Adding to him, like for women, what like many companies are doing is basically producing a pouch or somewhat kind of a like dry fruit mix and like labeling it as a woman's strength or something kind of that. So as Andy mentioned, like we can work upon it.
Yeah, there can be a lot of portfolios in it, like immunity booster, then the pregnancy thing, then we can have gym mix, then we
Hmm.
can have festival type of thing, spicy things. Then there can be, like I just said, five portfolios. There can be more portfolios. Yes, Vivek?
Like I wanted to know one thing, like if we make laddus like that, like we know that the laddus are more like eaten by people in the northern side, but shouldn't we think like we should go with one product for the whole country instead of going region specific?
Uh, okay. See, for in FMCG thing, initially we think on concentrating on a region. So whichever brand you see, example even Family, they will first concentrate on their own region because that's where they have more insights and they can understand better. Even if you like in Tamil Nadu also there will be a lot of dairy brands. So initial 5 to 10 years they will focus on that particular state. And because see in India, if you go from one city to another city, the whole taste changes because India is a complex market. But your concern is also valid. Right now, we will think of all the possible categories of portfolios and like products which we can think of, and then we will select them out like, depending on the strategy which we follow. And yes, Jian, she also raised your hand.
I was saying the same point, but yeah, with some poor English words. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Ishita, would you like to tell something what happens in Tamil Nadu? Because Anirudh, Jian, and I think are from similar region, so we would like to know your opinion.
Yeah. I guess here mainly we don't go for any like we generally go. People generally go for natural products, like not a mix up of anything like that. And I also had an idea, for you, if you see in like cereals and cornflakes and all, we will have like caramelized almond and all. So like that, separately also like the caramelized almond and all, they are available. But more than like selling it like normal dry fruits, we can try to add flavor to it. I don't think that many companies has evolved something like that. For example, I said caram. It's not healthy like they said about the sugar-free laddus and all, but it's something very interesting. If we eat normal almonds, it is not that much filling as a snack. But like the flavored one will be better. That was my idea.
Ishita, but in flavored dry fruits, I think like see, I will tell you what happens is most people don't in India. Most people still now consider dry fruits as something health or nutrition specific. So adding chocolate doesn't feel appealing to them. But I agree there's a particular segment for this type of things also. What generally happens is, let's say if you want, normally people will eat chocolate caramelized almonds for some special occasions, or let's say for marriages or weddings or giving to guests, some cravings. In that time, mostly people order from, let's say, malls, or they will give specialized order request to shopkeepers and then they will have that. And I think in Tamil Nadu, mostly we people don't eat the mixed laddus because dry fruits is a like exothermic thing. It gives a lot of heat to the body, and temperatures are already high in South India. Like they don't have winter, as per my experience in Trichy. In North India, we'll have some 3 4 months of winter. That's where we eat these laddus. Maybe in South India, the climate plays a factor.
Yeah, we agree. It is also considered to be like exotic, like it is considered to be rich foods, if we say. And dry fruits are mostly for gifting. So even like more than normal dry fruits, if we mix something like flavored as I told, it will be more, more rich, considered to be rich.
Hmm, right. I will just note it down.
Like one more thing, currently like nutty gritties are also doing it, like adding flavors.
What is the percentage of
Bhaiya,
sales of ESGN?
yeah, adding to like the product segment, I think. Do you think this key foxnut or this makhana is already explored in our market? Like, do you think we need to work upon it, or it's actually not sort of working with this idea? Like, what do you think we should do with this product?
Foxnut doesn't require much brain because it's evolved category. Before the COVID, it was not that evolved, but now since 5 years, it's a much matured market. So I think
Yeah,
no need to waste your resources and energy on Foxnut.
yeah, okay.
But you can think of Foxnut derived products like Farmley has this Foxnut Kurkure, which is like a very unique thing if you see. So I think Jian has shared his findings. Now we'll go to Sobik.
Hello, am I audible completely? Like,
Yes.
yeah. So like first I went through some of the to find out some of the competitors. So what I found is firmly Happy Pillow, then True Event, and then Nutty Gritties, Haldiram, and Tata Sampan something, and ITC. So I then went through that Nutty Gritties episode, and what I found out is like they were mainly focusing on snacking and like which are good to health and then which are good to taste. And they said that their market size like is about like 3 billion in that and growth rate is 10%. So I am little confused about like the market about the whole dry fruit or it's there. And then again about their supply, they are more into like a retail channel. They got a breakthrough through it, and then e-commerce for the tier one cities. And then yeah, they have done some age categorizations, and they have flavored. They had added that roasted things, and they have also went through that trial mixes, and they have mostly placed their products in like through airlines and like cafes. So yeah, this is the like execution part what they have done. And then about the market valuation, like total market, I have got like through one LinkedIn post, it's 9.3 USD, and like the CAGR that I got is it's mostly spread about like 6 to 10 percentage, and like projecting it like uh, after you can say 1 second, yeah, and its projection is to be like 20 billion, yeah, by 2028. And the next mostly like in the execution part I have saw uh, in that what I have seen that we have to go through like tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So in the tier 1 cities we can execute through like e-commerce, and then the that Reliance mega markets and stuff, malls. And then coming to the tier 2 cities like where like not that e-commerce is available, so in there we have to mainly focus on this mega markets and stuffs. And for the tier 3 cities we have to mainly look for the retail channel. And then most of these dry fruits what I have found out is that market share for the dry fruit is only the dry fruit is 46% currently in this 2025. And then also like the snacks segment, out of this whole dry fruit and nuts, it's about 42% in 2025. And then uh, I went some of the like what could be the products be. So the main products are like all the seeds and all. It's like all individual. But I went some through some these processed products. So there one yeah common is that trail mixes and fusions, and then like one more few more products are like peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, and then almond flour, and then macadamia nut flour, lotus seed powder, almond milk, and cashew milk. That one you mentioned like one thing about for the office going peoples, like it could be a good stuff like almond milk or cashew milk. And then yeah, one more thing like we can also look into like the institutional demands like most of the bakeries used and then dairy industries need these dry fruits and stuff. We can also target them as well. uh, and then
Um, wait, I will share my views, otherwise I will forget the earlier things.
okay.
Coming to almond milk, actually, since 5 to 10 years in India, people have thought of, like particular from the vegan community and also backed by Nestle and other companies that instead of cow milk, have almond milk, soya milk, different kinds of milk. But they even try to launch their products, but it doesn't works in India simply because the almond milk will be like multiple times expensive than cow milk. So I don't think as of now we can jump into this segment. Uh, Coming to the LinkedIn post, I think it's better if you share it. I will read that up and also see the stats. And you
Okay.
also said something of the snacking and dry fruits 46% market share. I think
Yeah.
that we can keep in mind, but it won't significantly affect our decisions. But yeah, we'll see if it is used in further research. And did you say something, another point?
What? Sorry.
Yeah, you said about the cashew butter, almond butter. That is, I think, a nice field because that is a nice field actually. Normally, we'll take, peanut butter, but we all know that the amount of peanut in that is very less. So if you see a
Yeah.
trusted brand which gives like almond butter plus with some
Yeah.
flavor, I think a lot of us will be receptive to that. And like most of the school going kids, what they will do is if their mom don't have time, they will just take some peanut butter or along with that some fruits or sandwich plus some chapati so that they can make a chapati roll along with peanut butter. That's what I have seen. So yeah, that's a good product which you can expect. And what you were going
Like
to say, Sudhir?
one second. Like one more thing, when I went through that Nutty Gutty's video, what she mentioned is like for the clear specification of like today's youth are only like concerned about the protein intake they are taking. They just want to complete their protein intake by any means. So by specifying them about the protein you are intaking in every bite or like in every product, we could like reach out to main of the most of the peoples like who are health conscious.
That will
Yeah,
come in
that thing.
the trail mixes portfolio, like
Yeah,
immunity protein all that.
yeah,
Yes, dry fruits are healthy, but I don't think people specifically eat them for protein. Or maybe that field is not as exploited as it's in the category of milk or powder. We'll look into it.
yeah.
And you have some more points?
Yeah, like also I like there is one site nuts and dry fruits council. Like, is there any official site for this, like dry fruits or nuts, like from government of India, where like we could look into data?
Like, okay, so Makhana does has. I think cashew will also have cashew. I almonds. I don't think will have. You can do one thing. No, there are a lot of import export websites. I think you just see some few 2 3 YouTube videos and you will get the website links. There you will get data of all the required websites. Like you can check the import and export data of what specific products was there. Think I have the data. Just a minute. Just a minute.
And like one more thing we have to say about like the imports, like from which country we get the best out of. Like in the Nutty Gritty's video, she mentioned specifically about that. And like she mentioned like she got almonds from California. So we have to also check out about that.
Almonds, yeah, the for middle class people, the almonds which are eaten by middle class, they will come from California. But what should we check in that?
Like for pricing and all, like we have to check out like we are getting like in less money. Yeah, that thing.
No, that won't. See, I agree. But in less money, if we want in less money, we need to give them bulk orders like 1 to 2 crore for a particular batch. Normally, a good shop can sell like 1 ton of cashew in retail in 1 month. So the cost is, let's say, like three- 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs of dry fruit of cashew per month. So you just substitute it with almonds. So in 1 month, a shop can sell 10 lakhs of this thing.
Like I have the data of that cashew nut for 2020. Like it's about 166,000 metric tons, like for the
Yeah,
total India. And for the almonds, it is like a 100
190.
and yeah, something like that metric ton.
Hmm.
Like in that LinkedIn post, it's mentioned.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
like this
Obviously,
is
if we
all that
buy
I
in
researched.
wholesale directly from the market, we'll get at a much cheaper price. But that's also not that easy. Initially, let's say if some startup is just making it, he can't give 1 crore order to Californian almonds because if he orders like for 1 crore, he will need to immediately sell like multiple tons in within few months, like 1 or 2 months. Otherwise, the quality, the taste may decrease. And initially, he won't have that much market. It will grow, in a stepwise manner. So he will have to initially rely on the middlemen, like the importers who are sitting in, let's say, ports like Mumbai or Kolkata or the Delhi markets, where 10 to 20% of the cost will increase because of the expenses.
Like one more thing about the seed. Like did you guys try the jackfruit seed? Like it's very costly. But like in India, like uh, most of the homes get a jackfruit tree, and many people just throw it. So
Hmm.
like the last year, I think I got a post on Amazon like 100 gram is for 1,000 rupees or like this something like that. So like it's very costly. We can look into that, and also like it's very protein rich.
That was a new thing for me. Normally, I have tried pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, magaj seeds, melon seeds. Jackfruit seeds I have not heard of. We'll keep
Yeah,
track of it.
yes, yeah. So that's the part about me that I have listed.
Do share the link in
Anyone else?
Sovik. Whatever you
Ah,
get in
sorry.
group, see whatever resources you get in While research,
Yeah,
just share it on the WhatsApp group.
yeah, yeah.
Because while making a report, we have to provide a reference for each and every data we give. Say because let's say I forward that to a ITC guy, ITC not ITC, let's say some company, and if we are having a meet with that guy, in between he may ask us that from where did you get this data, and we have to be precise on what we say. That's why I'm saying whatever links you get, you just share it. Don't be shy or afraid.
Like this, I forgot. Sorry.
Okay. Anyone would like to comment on Sovik?
Like, sorry, bro, any other product type which works in your particular area, like what Andy told is from our area only. So if in mind, you can tell us so that we can, just it would look good. Actually, it would look
Like,
ki, yeah, ki they have done something good on research part and all. So if possible, you can add that. Part two.
like one more thing I would like to add. Like everybody have tried that peanuts and jaggery, like what to say, chocolate type thing.
You mean
Like it's 10 rupees.
groundnuts and jaggery?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like mixing that and like it's
Huh.
very hard. Like
Huh.
I have seen it like in every area. So we can add that concept and I haven't seen like any single company doing it. So like we can take
No,
a product.
actually, they do this in like in name of yoga bar, protein bar, or something kind of that.
Actually,
It's same
everyone
only.
does this. Huh? Everyone does this. So like there are like thousands of companies. Even if you go
Yeah,
to a railway station, you can find 10 companies which will sell the same product. And
like I want
yeah,
to say like there is no single company doing it or like clear labeling and not
Haldiram
such
also
like
does it.
brand name.
No, no, Haldiram does it. Then some very famous FMCG companies also do it. A lot of famous companies
Okay.
do it. So, and, coming to the online part, you said something of tier one, tier two, tier three. Tier three, forget because we won't get margins. A startup or any company initially needs a lot of margins. But yeah, you can also research on that because there may be some big companies to whom we can send this. They may like the tier three concept, and online part also you can do. But normally a young startup won't sell on like he won't completely rely on online because they have to pay like 30% margin to Amazon and Flipkart and Blinkit. So many startups try to build a organic market and then climb to quick commerce or something. But yeah, nice insights. Ishita, would you like to share some insights?
Anna, yes, as you said, online it is bad, but family, that's what they did. Firstly, they went on e-commerce platforms and Amazon. Because when we go to local shops, we have to pay so much margin to them and everything. We will get less like net profit. So many people, many successful like family and all. That's what they did. That I was checking mostly upon the customer market, and that's all. And what else? And like in Blinkit, Swiggy, Instamart, and all, they are like that's the most fast growing channel for especially packaged snacks in metropolitan cities. And if we target urban the 25 to 30-year olds, that quick commerce is more relevant than normal shops.
Actually, family
And
didn't
also,
start.
yeah,
Family didn't
yeah,
start by online. Initially, they were not in much visibility because they were doing it completely in wholesale mode. So they were doing it offline. They were buying from the farmers and directly selling to the shops or market chains or retail chains like that. It was just after COVID they started the online thing because they had by that time they made a very good supply chain. Then they were able to utilize that in online. Initially, they didn't start online. And yeah, the
oh,
point
you
which
can
you
check.
said, the point is right that Blinkit has high growth in metropolitan areas. I neglected that point. That's a nice point. We'll weigh the options when we finalize the product.
Yeah, as previously mentioned, also dry fruits are sold as like a commodity, like loose and by weight in 90% of India. And we what we could do is premiumization, like branded or portion size, as I told, flavored also. For example, makana also. First, only plain makana was available. Now, many flavored makanas, spice and all. So it is also growing like so much. And as already said, almonds are mainly imported from California, 70%, and it is also at currency risk and supply chain risk also. Uh, any brand built on almond is exposed to dollar fluctuation also. So if there is any like wait 1 second. Yeah, if any rupee depreciation is there, it will directly affect margin. And also, what else? 1 second. And like India's like many companies and all, they used to give gift hampers and all. Mostly they will give dry fruits only. As I told, it is considered to be premium everything. So like B2B sales will be like more predictable, bulk orders, and marketing spend will be less, and it also gives high margins. Like we can sell in bulk to many companies together. And when we consider tier two, like snacking habits like are increasing. Like there's much more increase than tier one cities in tier two, particularly among in women and tier two cities. And like snacking between the meals is higher. Everyone's targeting like Chennai, Mumbai, Bangalore, but the real growth is more in Indore, Nagpur, Coimbatore kind of places.
Hmm.
And I guess that's all. Like many people who also don't like dry fruits, also when we induce flavor, they will tend to at least eat it for that sake. Like personally, I won't eat almonds, cashews, and all, but I will eat the flavored ones. So at least in that way, even if it's not that much healthy, we try to eat it. Like that's main Indian mindset. I feel like.
Hmm. Right. Um, but you should also try to observe your surroundings, uh, like um, yeah, your insights may be right, and I think a lot of youngsters may face the issue. But see, there's nothing like completely unique about the flavored things because a lot of companies do that. It's not a complex thing, right? Do you get what I mean? Like example,
Yeah, yeah,
cash.
like, it is. That was the idea I thought of. Like that's all. Like many companies, like when they introduce a new flavor thing, their margins grew. Like there was a visible difference. All companies do that, but everyone gets a hike in margin at that point when they introduce that. That was what I observed with the charts.
Hmm.
And I
And
also people tend to buy mixed nuts instead of individual nuts. And in that mixed nuts, we could tell like diabetic friendly, and we could not had like raisins and dates and all. We can like sell it for like a much higher price than normal. It is not a complex thing, but prices we can increase.
hmm, again, that falls in the portfolio part, product portfolio, right? Like immunity, health, all that. But good that you guys are actually going deep into it and exploring the product portfolios. And yeah, yeah, Jiansh, continue.
Yeah, just would like to echo about it because yeah, Indore is a good city to explore. So yeah, better than Bhopal.
Indore is better than Bhopal. Anirudh, defend your city now.
Not
I
able
have
to
nothing
defend
to
since
say.
2 years.
He won't agree. He
Yeah,
won't
not
agree.
able.
Mm, Okay, now I think we can move to Bhopal. Bhopal, please continue.
Okay. So in the Hare Jiyash.
चलो कोई बात नहीं.
So in the last meet, we were also talking about the pulses and the millets. So I was also focusing on that. So uh, first of all, what I got was the total market share and their valuation, which I have already told in the group. Apart from that, I was also thinking it like as a business which we could start and scale. So I was thinking like what all things can be our uh, advantages, what are our competitors, what should we focus on. So as Jan said, so first of all, we should focus on the packaging. So nowadays, customers are also looking on the quality of the product and the transparency and the traceability of the product. Like they want to see from what products, from what raw products their product is actually made up of, and how it is made up of. So we should also mention that. And I was also focusing on the major exported and imported things which our country does. Like in spices, the major thing which we export is the red chili, and India is the largest exporter of red chili, I think. And in dry fruits, apart from all the basic dry fruits, the pistas and dried figs is the only one which our country is not able to produce in our boundaries. So we import it from Iran, Afghanistan, and USA. Uh, and talking about pulses, so pulses, okay. So pulses which I focused on were chana, tur dal, masoor dal, and India is the largest supplier for masoor dal to Canada. Oh, 1 second, 1 second. Just a second.
By the way, Ishta had also raised the issue of dollar fluctuation. I see a advantage in millets that all the millets are produced in India, and as the rupee weakens, it becomes more favorable for our exports because the other guy has to pay same amount of dollars but can get more quantity because we will be getting more rupees. So that part is more favorable for the millets. Hmm.
Ah, yes, भैया. And as we are
Also
exporting some,
the
okay, okay.
continue, Gopal.
तुम मिल मिल बेटा. Okay. So I was also looking on Zoff. Have you heard of it?
Shof?
It's called Zoff. It's a company which came to Shark Tank in season two, I think. I have watched its video. From that, I got to know that their supply chain and their distribution, how they do this B2B, B2C. And first of all, what they do is uh, actually I'm talking about the customers which they focus on. So first of all, it's the household customers which are B2C and D2C customer, which we can cater from tier one and tier two cities. Not talking about the tier three cities as they are only focused on their local markets and mandis. So tier one, tier two cities have access to quick commerce and all. So we can provide them at their doorsteps. And furthermore, we can also uh, do business with the Horeca, which is the hotel, restaurant, and catering business, which we can provide in bulk. Actually, what they give large quantity of bulk orders, and apart from that, there is a new trend of cloud kitchens. So cloud kitchens are also our customers. We can also cater them, and apart from that, food manufacturers, FMCG brands. Talking about millets, so millets are the uh, grains or something which are used for animal feeding, and they're healthier. So which is grown near the Rajasthan MP region. We can also scale them. As I'm from Madhya Pradesh, so I was looking on that. And apart from that, we can also mention the fast moving and the slow moving product in the dry fruit and the spice segment. Fast movings are like that daily usage, like cumin, red chili, turmeric, and tur dal. And slow moving products are like saffron. Like saffron is a premium like of spice, which is not generally used in the daily use. Saffron and like biryani masala. These are some kinds of things which are not uh, used daily, so they are slow moving products. And I was also looking on this how we could scale our business if we are launching a product.
Hello. I think
Hello, Annie. There we are.
network issue maybe.
Hmm.
Guys, we'll just take a 2 minutes break. I am getting some phone call. Just 2 minutes, okay?